It's Thomas Mulready from Cool Cleveland. We are here at AXPONA 2023. We're here with Stuart George, CEO of Cambridge Audio, all the way from London, England.
All the way from London, England. Yeah, absolutely.
You're here in Chicago now?
Yeah, cool city.
Cool city?
Another cool city, just like Cleveland, eh?
Well, listen, I wanted to ask you, of course, you've got some great equipment, you've got a great company, you've got great customers. You've done, I think, a great job of, I guess, making it accessible is what's really, I mean, I'm looking at the kind of music you're playing in this room versus what a lot of the others are playing. I don't hear any female jazz vocalists for some reason in this room as much as...
No, I don't think there are many. No, this particular playlist was put together on the fly over the course of the last couple of days, and it's just made up with stuff we wanted to listen to, you know, and we wanted to get a bit of a reaction from people, somewhere whereby people go, oh, that's different, I've not heard that, and, you know, music's always an education for us all, isn't it? It's a journey, a lifelong journey. And
you're letting people come in and hit the iPad and put on what they want to hear, which is important. We wanted to talk about the issue of diversity. You and I were chatting quickly earlier in this industry, or the lack thereof.
Lack thereof.
Yes. Age, gender, race.
Yeah.
And you had some thoughts on that, so I wanted to give you some airtime and hear what you had to say.
Well, I think this industry sometimes forgets what it's all about, I think, and it's about the music. So that's obviously what we're trying to bring to the fore. We're all music lovers, and that's why we're in this. That's what drew us to it in the first place. So there's no reason for hi-fi to die, for hi-fi to stop. We've just got to get the new people in the right way, and what do we do to attract them?
So that's the question, because we all know the problem, but what are we doing, what are you doing, I should say, to put you on the spot a little bit, to specifically attract younger or women or people of color? What is there you can do?
Well, I think within our business, we probably try and set a lead by having a reasonably diverse group of people amongst our team. It's always been a fairly young team, so I've been with the business for 27 years now, you know. So when I started out, I was actually quite young, a long time ago. Hard to believe, I know. But at the same time, you know, we've always tried to do it in that fashion. We're always open and listening. We talk about Cambridge Audio being for people who listen, and it's important for us to listen to other people's views. And we try and be as down to earth, and I struggle to use this word in America, but we use the expression democratic. Yeah, so by that we mean accessible, as you've already said. It's about us being available to everybody, and that's something that we're really passionate about spreading the word of how good music is in your life, the power of it to enrich your life.
So you've got the theory, you've got the sort of strategy. What are some of the specific tactics you're using then to tap into these new audiences, to tap into their love of music, to sort of get around the issues that this high-end audio field has, which is high prices, which is just unfriendly sort of atmosphere, lack of dealers and places to welcome people? How do you specifically have techniques to get around that?
It's not an easy job. We're obviously a small business, but we try a number of different things. So in terms of our marketing, we try and outreach a lot with social media, and we're very active on there on a number of different platforms, and just trying to talk to people in the language that they understand and trying to express views and trying to open a conversation. So that's one of the things that we do. We're doing that quite literally as well by bringing people into the business, and we have a headquarters in London, and we bring people in and have events and try and establish a community with shared interest. So that's a big thing for us. And I think if the screen's still going, yeah, this was a community event that we had in London a couple of weeks ago when we were launching the black range of product that we have for CX. So that's another thing that we do. But I guess beyond that, we also try and express ourselves as what we consider to be a music company. We think that we're in the music business as opposed to being in the tech business. So we're about expressing our love of music in as many ways that we possibly can. We've already talked about one or two of the things that we're doing here, but we try and open up those discussions and share the discussion around music. We've got a few things that we'll be introducing later in the year, which I'm probably not allowed to divulge in this instance, but, you know, a bit of it.
But you're the boss.
A few exciting things around our love of music. We have within the business, we have this thing that we do when we get people to join us. So we talk about the music moment. And what a music moment is it's that part in a song that really transports you out of yourself. So for me, that happens with a song that was so ancient, but nonetheless, it's the Rolling Stones. It's the 1972 album of Sticky Fingers, and the track on there is Can't You Hear Me Knocking. So it's not a track that they play all the time, but people who know. And 4 minutes 40 into it, Mick Taylor just takes off, you know? And it really gets me going when that happens. And I'm just somewhere else. And that's the point of music, you know? That's the joy that we all want to capture and want to experience.
I love that you're referencing a specific piece of music, a specific moment in the music, because it is about those moments that make you then want to do more, experience more, get closer, maybe buy a piece of equipment. And so it does come down for you all, and I just briefly, because you've covered a lot here, I want to get to the specifics of equipment and what, when you sit down to design a new piece of equipment, how do these diversity issues play into that? Like how price point, for example, or how it's going to be presented, or who we expect to actually touch these knobs or use this stuff.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the knobs. One of the things that we've done in recent times is introduce TWS headphones. So the true wireless headphones have been a big play for us. And that's really important because that reaches out to a new audience. And obviously it's a much different audience. It's a mainstream audience. And therefore, there's a much more female-orientated quotient within that, and a much younger crowd as well. So that's been really important for us, and we try and engage with that audience fully. Whereas the core hi-fi products has a slightly different profile, as you can well appreciate.
You've been so articulate on this, and I so appreciate you taking the time. I'm sorry if we pulled you away from your lunch here.
Not at all.
This was great. It's great to see how you have this suite set up here at AXPONA. It's great to see the kind of people you got rolling through the rooms here as well. Best of luck, Stuart. Thanks for taking time.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you.
Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from Cool Cleveland. We are here at AXPONA 2023.